I wrote my way out.
When the world turned its back on me, I was up against the wall.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Last game for the Grizzlies, they picked up the W against the Thunder. That game was a real shootout. They'd like to keep their scoring up, but get a few more stops, too. Really powering through this last leg of the season, Shaq, this late in the game, are there any final adjustments that the top teams can make before the playoffs start?
Yeah, you got to polish up your rotations. And if the guys absolutely need rest, give it to them, Ernie. Take a nap like this.
Take a nap?
He's really sleeping.
I see.
He's really sleeping.
As long as he doesn't snore, he
is really legitimately sleeping.
It's amazing.
He mentioned it, fell asleep, just like that.
He's got, everyone has a different mental state, as Shaq just showed. And for the playoffs, you have to have a really good one. And there's a lot of sleeper teams in the playoffs still left. And I have a sleeping bunch here. Back to you, Kevin. I'm kind of tired, too.
It's interconference time for these Grizzlies as they come in as the visiting team. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. With that road trip behind them, the Cavaliers ready to perform in front of their hometown fans here in Cleveland. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys, on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
And you know this, Kevin, there is no place like home. It's always nice to be in those familiar surroundings, around those that cheer for you, the family, the friends. Home is home, and there just isn't any place like it.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we have all seen how great LeBron James is physically, but it continues to be his mental game that sets him apart. Now, Grizzlies head coach David Fizdale worked with him in Miami, and Fizdale says he's a 1 percentile guy when it comes to basketball intelligence. I don't think I've ever been around a guy who sees a game that clearly. Kevin, Fizdale says LeBron coached him as much as the other way around.
Thanks, David. Maybe LeBron has a future in coaching after he retires. His IQ certainly is remarkable. And we're watching two very experienced veteran teams, Chris. We should be in for some high-level basketball.
Yeah, and just watch this game tonight. You're going to see coaches really trust their players. Coaches who do most of their coaching in practice and then trust the IQ of their players. Won't be a lot of play calling, a lot of free-flowing, guys kind of knowing where to be on defense, a lot of communication on defense. This should be a fun one.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They've got Marc Gasol, Aldrin out there with Smooth. Then there's Favors, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 slot. On defense, the Grizzlies, they want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, and fortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
No, but I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
Here's Baldwin, coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. Some nice passing there by Memphis. There's the 3. Unable to get that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Yeah, and they also controlled the pace of the game for most of the night. Outstanding effort in a hostile environment.
Here's Baldwin, following the basket by Kevin Love. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Here's Smooth. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Here's LeBron. Grizzlies making the shot, and it's Love missing.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and D is ready for it.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here's Smooth. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Clock is at 3. It's stolen. Here's Baldwin. Gasol with the rebound.
Not the tightest of D on him, but not the best of finishes either.
Baldwin kicks to Gasol. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Launches a 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Six to shoot. Tries from 10. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with a win.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
To the middle. Here's Hollis Jefferson, another key contributor in that nice win against Oklahoma City. Here's Baldwin. 6 on the shot clock. Gasol a screen. Off the pick. A nice shot by Baldwin. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. He's covered by Favors. Shumpert passes to Baldwin. Bangs home the trifecta. Baldwin's got 5 now.
Shumpert, he's like a Swiss Army knife. He does a little of everything, including passing.
Pass to Smooth. He kicks it to Gasol. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The feed now to Gasol. And stolen by James. And here's Love for 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
You gotta respect how zoned in Love is. The D can't do anything more. He's just too good with that jumper.
And when you're scouting a player like LeBron James, Chris, how do you defend him? What's the plan?
Wow, you gotta stay in front of him and try to force him to take bad shots. Tell the trainer to get the ice bath ready. And make sure you got some extra tape. And all this is easier said than done.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out, and to have a player like that allows your team to excel.
The first free throw is good. And despite Favors' size and strength, he really moves his feet well.
And that's tremendously valuable in today's NBA. The ability to stay in front of smaller men in switches and pick and rolls. He has terrific lateral mobility.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The Cavaliers leading by 3. It's intercepted. Baldwin the pass to Hollis Jefferson. That shot misses. And Cleveland will come the other way. And Shumpert kicks to Baldwin. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Smooth. Memphis moving that ball around. Gasol stripped away. Now here's Shumpert. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. It's a pick by Love. And a wide open look for James. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
And James prepares himself for every situation. Excellent at being in the right spot off the pick. Baldwin
the pass to Smooth. Favors with the screen. Got a piece of it. Cavaliers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's Baldwin. He's covered by Favors. Love can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And they get it back. And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise. So we'll see some free throws here. And this late in the year, a lot of teams have their eyes set on the playoffs, Chris, for the teams that will be in the postseason. What do you try to do to be at your best and peak when the playoffs begin?
To be your best, you must revisit the fundamentals. Most good teams go back to their training camp, and you go back to defensive drills and how to communicate. You start at square one, the ABCs all over, because you understand you have your moves, your shots, your chemistry. Now you just have to make sure you go back, you rehash things, you reset the goal and set the tone for your team, and then let everybody come that way. But usually the good teams get back to the basics before they get to the playoffs.
Now Gasol, after a Shumpert missed from long range.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Off his leg, and the ref saying he kicked it. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Rubio's checked in. Memphis also making some changes. Jokic has checked in for Gasol. Deontay Davis comes in for Derek Favors. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Smooth. Here's Baldwin. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Don't forget his rebounding work, too. They couldn't contain him on the glass.
Shot clock at 6. From deep, James. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. James has got 5.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Baldwin. Knocked away. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And now an 8-point Cleveland lead.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Jokic passes to Hollis Jefferson. Jokic against Love. Jokic, no good.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Well, LeBron James can do everything on a basketball court. It's his passing that's always stood out to me. His vision at his size, I mean, historically great.
And you lump in LeBron with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird when you talk about players 6'8", 6'9", who can control a game, Chris, simply with their passing.
Oh, yeah, don't forget about yours truly, but he can pick you apart. He sees over the top of defenses, and he throws bullet passes that leave the defense no time to recover.
Now here's Howard, following the miss by Jokic. Noel dishes to LeBron. Rubio with a screen on Holiday. Curry kicks to LeBron. And Jokic with the rebound.
That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that easy look.
To halt the run. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. There's a screen by Noel. Rubio outside. And Noel with the basket on the assist by Rubio. Noel's got his first 2 points. Here's Baldwin. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Howard against Jokic. Shoots from the line. Stolen by Rubio. Now Curry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. There's a screen by Noel. Cleveland moving the ball around. And slam dunk by Noel.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Now here is Holiday. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Jokic sets the screen for Holiday. He took good advantage of that screen. Holiday's got his first basket of the night.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
There's a screen by Noel. And Howard has it in the corner. Now here's LeBron. Defense is right there. Noel sets a screen for LeBron. Noel passes to James. It's rebounded by Memphis. There's 1:40 left in the first quarter. To the wing on the left. And Holiday kicks to Jokic. From 15 feet away. Good as the jump shot falls.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
Noel, a screen on Holiday. Rubio with a wide open look. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Rubio's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Grizzlies trail by 14. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. Jokic passes to Holiday. Baldwin kicks to Jokic. The kick out to Holiday. From outside, off the mark. Cleveland leading by 14. Back to LeBron. Noel in the corner. LeBron James on the wing. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
LeBron continues to add to his legacy, a dominant player on both ends of the floor.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
And you're right, they are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing, that's all good stuff.
And again, LeBron James. James has got 10 points in the game.
That's just great confidence from James, effortlessly letting it fly whenever he's in rhythm.
Here's Jokic. And so it's Cleveland. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
I go back and I'm able to, read the scouting report, and also when I get to the arena, I also watch more film on each and every guy that's going to be playing, guys that I know I may be, matched up against, throughout the night. So I'm not surprised by anything if it happens throughout the game. So it's a lot of preparation that goes in, to just one game, just trying to get one win, but that's what it takes to win good.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't, but he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets correct.
Ricky Rubio is out there with Seth Curry. Then it's the chosen one. Then there's Howard. And it's Noel in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Here's the chosen one. He dishes it to Noel. And Rubio kicks to Curry. Shot clock at 5. Cleveland moving the ball around. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Pass to Baldwin. And here's Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Out to the right wing. Lets it go with the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Outside Curry. Kicks it to Noel. It's tipped. The second chance effort. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half.
Watch out. Watch out. And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. The Grizzlies shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Troy Daniels, he's jacked in for Curry. And Tony Parker subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Memphis also making some changes. Marc Gasol comes in for Jokic. And Smooth subbed in for Baldwin. Now here's Parker. There's a screen by Noel. Here's Howard. Rejected by Gasol. Grace. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Nerlens Noel did not like that at all.
Oh, and he capped that one off with a little something extra, switching hands on the dunk.
He knows how to get some hang time there. Great play. Here is Daniels. Rejected by Gasol. They get it back. Parker dishes to Howard. Parker up top, guarded by Holiday. Gasol with the steal. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Howard's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Chris, it's hard at times to see just how effective a post player is on the defensive end beyond the blocks. What's the one thing that shows you a post player is doing an excellent job of defending for their team?
Well, look at the penetration of a great guard. Right now, guards are playing at such a high level in their quickness, so when you see a guard attack, notice if that big man comes over and he has both feet planted. He doesn't have to get a charge, doesn't have to block, but does he stay vertical and does he get over there fast enough that the offensive guard that was trying to score can't get his shot up and has to change, either pass the ball or continue his dribble. Right now, a lot of defense is done by just being in the correct spot at the right time, because you're not going to block the shot or you just want to deter the player from coming in. And so I would say watch how that player owns the paint defensively, not necessarily how he blocks shots, but by where he is in his position, can he help stop penetration from guards coming up top.
Oh, that's a great tutorial. And so it's Memphis with it, following the score by Cleveland. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything wrong.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
Chris, bench celebrations can be seen as showing up the other team. Is there a balance in your mind of how players can celebrate without maybe rubbing it in the other team's face?
I mean, this isn't baseball. You know, if basketball was baseball, if we hit a home run and we could trot, turn around, spin, we don't, you know, you have respect for your players by how hard you play against them, by preparing for them, by, you know, not playing dirty. But basketball, no. No, the culture is in the parks. The culture is with guys that play, and the bench should have as much fun. I love watching the benches go crazy. Think of how hard those guys on the bench work all season long and may never get in. What's wrong with being hyped for your teammates? No, I don't think it should be turned. I love it. Actually, I think some of these benches need to turn it up even more. Hopefully, we get a better show on the bench.
Nogueira passes to Holiday. Clock at 6. Shot from 12. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Parker kicks to Baldwin. It's a pick by Love. Lets a floater go. A nice shot by Baldwin. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Now, here's Gasol. He's got 6. Pass to Smooth. And another basket for Memphis. The Cavaliers leading by 10. It's a pick by Love. Here's Baldwin, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
You know, I truly admire the unselfish attitude Love has. He's doing whatever he can to help his team, including setting excellent screens.
Here's Holiday. The Cavaliers making the shot. And the pass to Smooth. This is to Nogueira. Here's the screen. Here's Smooth. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Smooth's got it back down to within single digits for the Grizzlies. It's a pick by Love. Passes it to the chosen one. Here's Baldwin. 11 points in the game. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Grizzlies trail by 11. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That is his first foul of the game. And Memphis making a change here. Favors is checked in. And so it's Memphis with it. Favors with the screen. And here's Gasol outside. Second chance shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Grizzlies have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. And that one falls for Favors.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And so Favors nails both of them.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Love kicks to Daniels. A second chance effort. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Baldwin. He's got 13. And Love has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Hands it from downtown. 8 points for him.
Well, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Well, Chris, the NBA game is a game of superstition. And even if you aren't superstitious, you still get into the habit of a routine. So what was your pregame routine that you had during your career, something that was there every night with you before a game?
Well, about superstitions, Kev, I have one superstition, and it might sound weird, but it was to not have a superstition. So I'm a guy that can get caught up in routine and things like that. So if I played a great game and I had something to eat, I wouldn't eat the same thing on purpose because I didn't want the superstition to control me. I wanted if for some reason I couldn't have the food, or for some reason I got to the game late, I never wanted that to be in my head. And so my thing was, since early in high school, I tried not to have a superstition. But in saying that, you do have a routine. And my routine as I got older was, before I get to the arena, I'd read the notes of the game and all that good stuff, and I'd just sit in the hot tub with my headphones on. I figured that that was the best way to get warm at an older age, and that's really the only thing I can remember relying on before a game, and that was in my older years.
Good story. Good story. Shumpert passes to Baldwin. Love with the screen on Favors. Here's Baldwin. The Cavaliers keep it going. A new 24-second shot clock taken away by Holiday. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Favors with the screen. They set the screen. Outside Holiday. That shot off. Cavaliers go the other way with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Baldwin. He's covered by Favors. Love inside. He's up against Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Baldwin. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Nice. Look how alert Shumpert is. He knows whenever one of his teammates is open to get him to rock.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful.
LeBron, he's checked in for Daniels. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Deontay Davis comes in for Marc Gasol. And Baldwin subbed in for Justin Holiday. Here's Smooth, guarded by Shumpert. Smooth passes to Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Favors. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And he banks in the layup. Hollis Jefferson's got his first bucket in this one.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you what, it's like football. Having 3rd and 13 and then running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, you had to stop.
Here is Favors. After the Cavaliers pick up 3, and it goes down 2 points. Hollis Jefferson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
If you let him get that deep, this is what you can expect.
Yeah, well, with his toughness and skills in there, it's a rough problem to fix.
They get it back.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Baldwin. The dish to Favors. Puts up a 3. Baldwin can't get it to go. Cleveland leading by 13. LeBron outside. And finished off by LeBron.
And James is used to scoring through contact. Doesn't matter what the D throws at him.
Here's Baldwin. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Baldwin. The pass to Smooth. The high post shot. Baldwin can't get it to go. Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Baldwin, who's guarded by Davis. It's a pick by Love. Baldwin kicks to Love, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Chris, one thing I'm sure you appreciate about Kevin Love's game is his passing.
Oh, definitely. I love his Wes Unseld, the ode to Wes Unseld outlet pass that he does. Just touchdown strikes. Good vision in the high post as well. Oh, Kevin Love is a great rebounder. We all know that. Very skilled.
And when you look at Love's game defensively, Chris, what stands out?
Well, he avoids cheap fouls. He controls the backboards and just a great scorer.
Now, here's Jokic. His last outing, he had 18 points. Passes it to Smooth. Jokic with his screen on Kerr. Here's Smooth. But they recover it. Baldwin the pass to Smooth. There's the pick. Baldwin kicks to Jokic. Second shot opportunity. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Rubio misses. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pass to Smooth. Outside, Davis. Beyond the arc. Sinks the triple. Baldwin's got 5 now. Cleveland's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Rubio with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Hawks in Atlanta. And here is LeBron 4 seconds left, and the dunk by James.
And James shows no mercy on his drives to the rim. Vicious at penetrating inside.
Baldwin. That shot off, and so it's Cleveland with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their defense has been active and effective. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow, as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Cleveland did not hesitate to set the pace. They put together one great play after another, and at one point, led by as many as 17. And by the end of one, they found themselves up by a rousing 17 points. The second quarter didn't advance their lead, but they still dominated the half overall, ending it way, way out in front. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
The thing I've noticed more than anything is how well they spread the floor at the offensive end. Their spacing has been fantastic, and the end result has been a lot of good looks from three-point land. And now they've established themselves from long range, and the defense has to adapt. They're in really solid position right now.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. And so it's Memphis with it. They trail by 16. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Tipping off the second half, here's David Fizdale's 5. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Favors. And it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Smooth. And it's Baldwin in at the point guard. Shot clock at 2. The offensive rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Pass to Baldwin. James outside to the right side. Love dishes to Shumpert. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Davis.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Now here's Gasol. Outside Favors. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Baldwin can't get it to go. Cleveland's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Gasol with the steal. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Scooped up.
Third straight miss to start the half, but it's still early. No need to panic.
Love outside. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Baldwin. He has 5. Favors passes to Smooth. At the teardrop. Shumpert with some nice D.
Well, they look a step slow on offense out there. Can't seem to pull a lid off that basket so far in this first half.
That one from long range. And that's 17 points for LeBron.
And James has such perfect shooting form, effortlessly pulling the trigger when he has room to pull.
And the replay brought to you by Under Armour, the Unleash Chaos moment, giving us a better perspective on just how far behind the line he was on that 3-ball. Here's Baldwin. Here's Smooth. And again, Memphis no good.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
Now here's James. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. 4 on the clock. For the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Well, Chris, we know that there are a lot of trash talkers out there in the NBA. Did you ever talk a lot of trash on the floor or do anything else to try and get an opponent's attention away from the game, get in an opponent's head?
I used to love talking, man. It kept you focused. If you talk, it means you have to back it up the next play. You can also get in the opponent's head, get them thinking about themselves individually. And if I get you thinking about yourself, I've already won because now you're not thinking about the team. But I tell you what, some of the best trash talkers I've ever played against, Larry Bird, Gary Payton, Rick Mahorn. Those guys talk the best trash ever, and I definitely can't repeat anything any of those guys said. But it's all out of love. It's all out of fun. And I don't remember, very honestly, anything anyone has ever said to me because it was all so outlandish, so crazy, so funny that you just let it go after the game.
That's good. Here's Baldwin. 5 points in the game.
Cleveland foul call.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Cleveland. Justin Holiday's checked in for the Grizzlies. Here's Baldwin. Here's Favors. And the shot falls short this time. Here's Baldwin. LeBron outside. And Shumpert kicks to Noel. Feeds it to James. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. 5 on the clock. They set the pick. Here's Baldwin. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
But it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Gasol, a screen on Shumpert. Shumpert with the steal. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Shumpert's running, and that one's good. Noel.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Baldwin kicks to Gasol. To the paint. They swipe it. James left side. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
The Diaz no shot is stopping James when he gets that low in that position. He's too big, too strong in the paint. You got to foul him.
For Cleveland, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Free throw good, LeBron. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Parker's checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Nogueira's checked in. And for Memphis, they're shooting a meager 37% for the game. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Baldwin kicks to Gasol. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Baldwin's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Now here's Parker. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Gasol with the steal. Here's Baldwin, covered by Parker, and the call will be against Tony Parker. That'll be his second foul of the game. The chosen one, he's checked in for LeBron.
The chosen one.
Here's Baldwin. He has 5. Outside Gasol. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Baldwin. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. We take a look at the Warriors. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And checking out Memphis, right now quite a ways down below.
And for the Grizzlies, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Well, it's not really shocking, is it? Considering the makeup of their roster. They need a ton of help in many areas if they want to get better.
Here's Baldwin. Shot to stop the drought. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Baldwin, guarded by Holiday. Baldwin can't get it to go.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Now here is Holiday, out to the wing. Hollis Jefferson passes to Gasol. Here's the chosen one. There's the feed to Noel. Over Gasol. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Baldwin. He has 5. Nogueira kicks to Baldwin. And the call will be against Tony Parker. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Cavaliers on D. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Just 5 to shoot. Grace. Count it. Good. He's got 7.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
The chosen one passes to Curry. Rubio outside. Here's the chosen one. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Memphis has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Holiday dishes to Davis. Outside Holiday. Launches a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Holiday's got 7.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
Outside Curry. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Baldwin. He has 5. Holiday left side. Outside Davis. Davis with a screen on Rubio. Fires at the elbow. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Baldwin's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And, you know, he's not usually the guy to break out the crossover. Worked for him that time, but I'm not sure I would be doing that consistently.
Now here's Curry. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside Holiday. Here's Baldwin. He's got 7. Grace. Off the mark with the little step back Johnny.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Well, he gets some extra attention from the D on that trip, and it throws the shot off.
Now here is Holiday. Outside Davis. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his 1st foul. Some changes for Memphis. Jokic comes in for Nogueira. And Smooth subbed in for Justin Holiday. Here's Baldwin. Covered by Rubio. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Grace. Misses off the right iron.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
And Rubio kicks to Howard. Out to the right wing. The chosen one. And another miss by Cleveland. Pass to Smooth. Lets the three fly. Buries it from three-point range. Smooth's got 10.
Don't forget, he had a 3 in the first half. He can really hurt you from out there.
Rubio the pass to Noel. Oh, and the dunk by Howard.
Howard can still wreck the rim when he gets in deep.
And here are the Grizzlies now. They're on a 10-2 run here. And there's the pass to Smooth. Here's Baldwin. High, arcing shot. The Cavaliers pull it in. Howard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's Curry outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. Well, you look at Smooth, third in assists and a great leader.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. Shumpert comes in for the chosen one. Baldwin kicks to Jokic. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. Here's Baldwin, covered by Rubio. Jokic with a screen on Shumpert. Just 4 to shoot. Smooth.
His struggles this quarter continue, but he's done a good job.
And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for LeBron.
When it rains, it pours. These threes aren't easy. I mean, he's draining them from all over. Quite often, there's a hand in his face or a defender closing out right at him, but every time he's looked as cool as ever and found the bottom of the net.
Outside jumper. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
And you need an army to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw no good for Howard. Memphis has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. The Grizzlies with another miss.
A frustrating start to this quarter for them.
Rubio dishes to Shumpert. Love the pass to Curry. The tray. And there's Love. That's good on the assist by Curry. Curry's got his 3rd assist on the night.
You gotta like the awareness from Love. Seeing separation and capitalizing off of it with ease.
Here's Baldwin. 7 points in the game. Pass to Jokic. Over Howard. And it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard patrolling the defensive end.
It's stolen by Davis. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Cleveland. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. And we'll be right back after this. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. The Cavaliers shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Harper is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then it's Curry. Then there's Howard. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Curry outside. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Jokic.
Always an adventure from the line. One of the few blemishes on Howard's career.
And he makes the first. And Chris, during your playing days, you were on some incredibly talented teams and also some teams that were destined to come up short, so to speak. How big was the difference in the culture between a team who might contend for a title and the culture of a team that is just trying to grow and become a good team?
You can tell the minute that you walk into an organization which team that you're playing for, whether it's a team finding identity or a team that believes in themselves. And it's a big difference. It's a difference in the way that the winners approach every day. It's a difference in the way that you take your job serious, or that you approach the small things and pay attention to the details. And so you notice when you're in a good culture and a bad culture, and it all starts at the top. And hopefully, if you're fortunate to stay in this league a long enough, you'll be around the right culture. But the right culture is just doing all the positive things when no one is watching, and then hoping for great results. And when you do that, I think you're in a great culture.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That's his first foul. Parker's checked in for the Cavaliers. The Grizzlies also making a change. Mahinmi's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Picked off in midair. Daniels trying to find Parker. He's got it now. Here's Howard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 8 points for Dwight Howard.
Extraordinary work from Parker to find his teammate for the open basket. His passing is just phenomenal.
Here's Smooth. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Oh, he took a terrific angle right there off the screen, something they work on every day in practice.
Chris, if you were on the rules committee, what rule change would you like to see the NBA make going forward?
Kevin, there's not a rule I'd necessarily have changed, but I'd ask them to kind of reinterpret a couple of rules, and that goes with the flagrant foul. I often see so many plays that are just hard fouls called as flagrant fouls, and that can affect not only a player and later on, whether it's a flagrant 2, but it can affect the game. It can affect the next game by how it's interpreted, by a player being kicked out because of that. And so I just want to take the sensitivity or put the toughness back into that. So many flagrant fouls are called and they're not going at the head. They're chopping down on the wrist. And I just like to see it get back to be interpreted as it was a little while ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago.
Howard, no good on the free throw. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Baldwin, and it's sent back by Howard. They recover it. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Shoots from the baseline. Jump shot is good that time.
He's been blazing hot to begin this half after looking utterly lost during the first. Nice turnaround.
Gasol a screen. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. He feeds it to Gasol. Over Howard. Gasol with another miss. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. A nice shot by Baldwin.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Baldwin kicks to Favors. Here's Baldwin. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Baldwin the pass to Howard. James outside. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Nogueira, he's checked in for Gasol. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Smooth. And for the Grizzlies, their shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Outside Holiday. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Out of hand on it. Here's Baldwin. There's the pick. To the inside. It's tipped. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
I can't say he wasn't going all out, but he's clearly out of position.
It's deflected. Kicks it out to James. And ooh!
attack. Wow.
Attack the rim, baby. Move out the way.
Grizzlies have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Favors with the screen. Here's Baldwin. He kicks it to Favors. Shoots from the elbow. Rebounded by Howard. Here's Baldwin. Right wing. Howard kicks to Baldwin. Howard, the pass to Baldwin. Cleveland moving it around. Clock at 4. LeBron outside. Here's Shumpert. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A different look now for Cleveland. Nerlens Noel comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's the chosen one in for LeBron. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensive. Here's Holiday. He can't hit that time. And Cleveland will come the other way. And Noel kicks to Baldwin. Now here's Noel. He's guarded closely. Now the pass to the chosen one. Here's Shumpert. And the 3 off target.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
To the wing right side. Kicks to Favors. Dishes it to Holiday. Favors with the screen. Off the pick. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Ooh, the soft release of Shumpert. He just fired that immediately.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They set the pick. And Favors kicks to Nogueira over Noel. And again, Memphis no good.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Here's Hollis Jefferson, and the shot is long. Pass to Baldwin. And that one is hammered home.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
Chris, we've seen video review get introduced into the NBA and tweaked as we go along, refining it, polishing it off. And at this point, would you like to see video review expanded even further? Or do you think it's in a good spot where it stands right now?
I think it's in a good spot right now. I'm sure if I had time to think about it, there are areas in which you want to go to. But if you really think about it, I mean, the game is supposed to be spur of the moment. It's supposed to be just players free-flowing and playing. And you don't want to make the game slower by going to the officiating video every single time. Right now, I don't think you should do it on charges and blocks, which is probably one of the most controversial calls in the game. I think where we have it now is good because it gives a balance, and right now we do not need the game to lengthen in any way, if anything shorten, and I think adding anything more to refereeing and videos I think would just make the game last longer.
Here's Baldwin. Derek Favors making his last shot. That's tipped. Now here is Holiday. Passes to Baldwin. Outside Favors. He dishes it to Holiday. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Baldwin. Clock at 6. Grace. Noel knocks it away. They retain possession. Here's Parker. Pass to Baldwin. A 3. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Baldwin's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Now,
not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
There's a good screen. Favors with the screen. Here's Baldwin. That's tipped. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Mahinmi's checked in for the Grizzlies.
Checking in for the Grizzlies, Ian Mahinmi.
Shot clock at 6. Mahinmi a screen. Off the pick. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Baldwin's got 8 rebounds in this game. And every player out there has a story about falling in love with the game. Chris, when did you fall in love with basketball? What was it like playing basketball as a kid?
Well, it's so hard to remember when you first fall in love with basketball. There's so many great moments and great stories that you hear, but probably playing on the playground and seeing all the guys laughing and hearing the music and hearing the guys say check up at next game and smelling the sweat and seeing guys play physical. That's probably what it was, and then being able to play at a great gym called St. Cecilia in Detroit and then watch all the other players that played before us come in, the Isaiahs, Magic Johnson, Spencer Haywood, Terry Durant. I mean, you get to watch these guys play. Derek Coleman, Steve Smith. I could go on all day. Mark Makins, Terry Mills. I could just keep going. It was so fun watching these guys play. So, to me, I fell in love with it as a kid. But every instance, every memory that I have made me fall in love with it that much more. How can you not fall in love with the greatest game ever played?
Well said. And that one, good. Daniels has got 5 points now this quarter.
Ooh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
There's 1:54 left here in the fourth quarter. Baldwin the pass to Mahinmi. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. With his game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. And Cleveland making a change here. Curry's checked in. Here's Noel outside Curry. Here's the chosen one. Noel passes to the chosen one. Now Curry tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. 7 points for the chosen one. Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. They set the pick. Mahinmi with the screen for Holiday. There's the dish to Mahinmi. Good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Cavaliers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
A 2-game season series, they win them both and complete the sweep.
To the wing right side. Here's Smooth, guarded by Curry. Memphis moving it around. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. And how much longer are they going to keep that foot
on the accelerator.
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. The Cavaliers making the shot. The pass to Smooth. It's stolen by Curry. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's the chosen one. No good from outside. Feeds to Holiday. Jacks up a three. They get it back. Passes it to Smooth. Out left to the wing. Grace. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, what is your sense of how the team is playing at the moment?
We have a good thing going right now. We want to try to keep it going. And the best part about tonight's game was the defensive end. We defended and we shared the ball, and that's a good ingredient to a win.
It was working at both ends, LeBron. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.